And I think when we discuss source of funds, what it really is, like this question of Roth IRA and everything else, what we really get into is source of funds has kind of evolved over time, right? There's a time when source of funds was very simple. Like usually you sell an asset or you get a loan from it or whatnot, and you use that to fund source of funds. That's just not the case anymore. I think that's especially not the case if you are an investor based in the US. The source of funds analysis, a question that we have, and I see some of our clients here, if we talked about it, is that in my opinion, what it really is the $800,000 is like a puzzle, right? And part of like the talks that we have is where like what we want to see what puzzle pieces we have to work with. Do you what amount do you have in savings? And I think not just savings, but I think when you're thinking about this, think about what is easily converted to cash soon. Think about like what is how can you minimize the tax hit of some of these things, right? Is it possible to keep you invested? And I think part of it is when we're working on all this stuff, if you pay attention to any kind of like half decent financial advisor or have read anything at all, we're all told that we should save up for retirement. Like, you should save up for retirement, put money in your IRA, put money in your 401k account or whatnot. And I think when we work with people, what we kind of realize is almost everybody, right? I'm including the people on this panel, I'm sure, have a substantial money tied up in retirement accounts. So the fundamental question that we really went through was, is there a way for us to be able to tap into retirement funds, use that for EB5 investments, but still keep it tax advantage, right? And the answer to that is yes. And the good news is yes. Um, Essentially, the concept is if you roll over your funds from an IRA that you own or an old employer's 401k, you can roll all of that into a self-directed IRA. Use that to invest in EB5. It is not a taxable event. It's not a distribution. So there's no early penalty fees. There's no taxes. It's a rollover essentially. Um, and then the reason why you have to use a self-directed IRA, a true self-directed IRA, and not say you're a regular IRA through Fidelity or Schwab or Robinhood, is because of the nature of EB5 investments. If you look at most retirement accounts, if you look at 401k account, typically your investments are limited to a short menu of options, right? A mutual fund here, index fund there, a bond or two, or whatnot. If you have your own IRA, the universe is typically bigger. You can essentially invest into any publicly traded stock, but EB5 is not a publicly traded stock. In order to invest in EB5 they're private placement offerings, they're not listed anywhere. You have to buy it directly. So one of the only ways you can use your money to invest in the private placement offering is to go through a self-directed IRA. Because now that menu of options, you control it, not another company. So you are able to use if you roll over traditional funds or and Roth funds to your self-directed IRA, they will keep that nature, right? And you can use it both of those to invest into EB5.